Hello everybody, good morning. Thanks for stopping by. I'm so glad that you have. I have not been on YouTube for a couple of days because yes, I've run into some glitches again, and I'm going to try and put up this video and hopefully it will go. So I am currently working on a design team project for Oohlala Vintage Treasures, and it's her Harvest Waltz kit. I started this, well, I printed it before the hurricane, but I didn't print the whole kit. And so I had to wait until we got internet and a printer and my device and all that. But it's got a twisted tangle and some buttons on the twisted tangle and then some lace on the side. This is a topper. It's a small journal. And it just runs through the back of this and then the back of this for it to stay on nicely. And I'm not going to go through this right now because the signatures aren't signed in or stitched in or anything like that. But this is the journal. And then I was making some ephemera for it and thought that I would bring you along for some pieces and show you some of the pieces that I've made so far and run through some things. This morning I found this piece of triangular paper on my desk. This is no joke. And laying on it, kind of beside it, was this piece of script vintage wallpaper. Exactly like these two pieces. One was like in one place, one was the other. And I was just tidying up my desk and I'm like, wow, you know what? That would make an adorable corner for a journal. I mean, this isn't a journal page, it's kind of small, but you know what I mean? I mean, it's so adorable. Say this was the corner of your, look at that. Is that so cute? I mean, I might have to cut it down a little bit so that it goes all the way to the corner because it's not. But oh my gosh, so cute. I love it. So that's one thing that I made accidentally, but I'm gonna make some more because they're so cute. And I've embossed the vintage wallpaper. So I'm just gonna put that in my scraps. And then I made an envelope that's gonna flip up and just flip down. I'm not gonna close it. And then I took two pieces of paper and a doily, and it's just a fake, a faux envelope. But when you open it up, it's got some tea stain tracing paper in it for the pockets. And it's nice and crunchy and it just feels good. So that will go in my journal. And then I made this kind of over the book page flip, which I'm gonna make right now with you and show you how I did it. I just collaged this part of the top and collaged this. It's on tea stained paper. And this is one of my printed doilies. So yeah, so that's an over the page flip. These are so fun to make. And what else have I made? This is like a paper clip, but it's a magnet paper clip. So what you do is I just put a piece of wallpaper on this side, a piece of wallpaper on this side, and made it the size that I wanted it. Then between here and here and here and here, there's magnets instead of paper clips. So when you put something in your journal, you just take a piece of journal paper, say this is your journal page and you want to clip in something like a tag or what have you. You just take your tag like this, pretend this is your journal page, and this can go right on the edge. Like so. And it's a paper clip, but it's a magnet paper clip. And then I just put a snippet, here. And I sewed on a button, to keep all the little pieces of fabrics and laces together. Isn't that cute? I got this idea years ago, well, maybe a year ago, from Heather at Rose Hill Paper Cottage. She makes these. And I don't know if other people do, but I just think it's a great idea. And so that takes care of that. And then I made this, which I'm going to make right now. It's a hidden pocket with the tag. Oops. Oh dear, I can't see my frame. Am I rolling? Yes, okay. That's a good thing. So this just slides right in here, and I'm sure you've all seen these. I've been making them for a couple of years. But I got this. This is how it came on the page in Doreen's kit, in the Oohlala Vintage Treasures Harvest Waltz. It came with 3 of these. So there was 1, 2, and the inside card also had one of these on it. So I just made the inside card smaller. I took off, you know, all of this, and then, yeah, I'll show you how I made it in just 1 second. And then I just lined it up. Oops. And it goes right in there, and you can't even see that, you know, it was that. That's just a scrap piece of paper. And then I made one of these, which is so simple. I'll show you how I made it, but I've got some tags in here. This is just a little pine cone scrap I had, so I put that on it. Some piece of a doily, some lace. This is a tag that comes out here, and it's got a pocket in the back with another tag in here. And that's just some ledger. So that goes in this back pocket. And then these were from my stash. They're not from the kit, but I just thought how cute for Harvest Waltz, you know, maybe the morning of the Harvest Waltz or whatever, or the morning after, some tea and donuts. So I put those in there. And then this is just one of the tags from the kit. So it goes like this. And I just cut that out and put that in there. I don't know, I don't remember if that might have been an offcut. I'm not sure, I can't remember. And then this is Autumn is Beautiful. So I just stuck that right in that pocket. And there you go. And that was so simple to make as well. And here's another one of those clipboards, because it came with 3. Pocket. This is an over the page flip. So you just open it up, and I put some French script in there. This is made out of tea stain paper, which we're gonna make right now. And I've got a little tag in here, backed with some of that French script, and then a little dance card that I made, and backed it with some of the paper. And that goes right in there, and this flips over your book page, you know, over your journal page, like, I should have had a piece of paper here. This just fits over your journal page like this. Oops. So I do these with book page. I do them with digitals. You can do them with anything. But they're so simple and so effective. Sometimes I put pockets, like I have a pocket right here. Sometimes I put pockets on both sides. But anyway, so there's that. And then this is just something you can do with a doily. I cut this circle, and all of these are fussy cuts. And then this is a fussy cut, a little pumpkin, and then I put glossy accents on it. So just an idea of what you can do with a plain white doily. And I actually had a couple of those, but I don't know where the other one went. This is just a large, there's gonna be a tag in here, and there's gonna be, a journaling card in both of these. And actually, that's why I made this. This actually attaches this to my page in my journal. That's why I made this. So I could attach this without attaching it with a paper clip. And it will be, like I said, easy to get, you know, in and out of there. And then I just put some lace here and made it a pocket. So I'll put this back here. But isn't that so sweet? I just love that. And then another little pocket, I just put some tulle, little doily, a button, some Velcro. It's lined with, my printer was running out of ink, but I love that color purple, so I just let it go. And then in here, I just put two of the little girl tags and back them. I just love these little girls. I put them in all of my journals. I have the kit. I don't remember whose it is. I think it's Anne's from Odulcini. Odulcini journals or crafts. Yeah. So anyway, there's a pocket. There's a little stamp there. I still have to do a little, you know, stamping there, but that's the pocket. And then here's another envelope flip down, and there's a pumpkin on the front where you can close the envelope like this. You open it up and it's got two pockets. And I lined it with some paper from Jennifer at Sparkle something. Oh my goodness. I'll remember it and put it in the description box. So that's that. And then, oh, here's that other one that I made with the doily. There's a little hedgehog there. I made these a couple of years ago. I just wanted to bring them out of my inspiration box and show you something else that you could do with doilies to decorate them. If you don't have a printer, you can always fussy cut something and put it on top of the doily. And then it could be, you know, you could strengthen it by putting a tag over it, or you could glue it into your book. This was just in my inspiration box for fall, so. And then here we have a little envelope made out of tracing paper. And I make my own washi, and we're gonna make that. It's very simple, and I printed on the doily. What have you guys been doing with your printed doilies? Leave me a comment below and let me know. I'll just stick this. I mean, this is like a great place for like a pocket light there. And I like to make these thinner than the original one that I showed you because it takes up less bulk in your journal. So I used a thin piece of copy paper for that and just printed on double-sided instead of gluing one page to another. And here's a tag I made. This is my favorite thing I made so far. It's just this little ball gown that I found in a magazine, and then it says waltz, and then there's French script behind here, and then I used this. It's just some tulle, and it's got some, almost like an opal dot on it. I think I got it at Michael's, but it was years ago because I used to make tutus for my granddaughter, and I used to do a lot of it with this. It comes in the opal, you know, different color opal type. Comes in the silver. I believe it comes in gold as well. But yeah, it's great stuff. I love it. And then I just put a little pumpkin here, some embossed vintage wallpaper. I put a little pocket back here with some French script, and then just two of the pumpkins from the kit. This is, oh my God, I love this tag. I just love it. So beautiful. And then this is just an envelope. You know, you've seen them 1,000 times. You've probably made a million of them, but it's just, I turn my envelopes inside out because I like it. I like this part. I think it looks pretty. And then I just kind of put some decorations on it. Inside it's pink, and on this side it's pink check. And I have some checked and polka dotted paper kit that I bought a long time ago and use it for everything. So there's the tag, and when you put it back in, you can see when you put it back in, you can see just an edge of that pink, and then this image, and then it goes over to this pink, and then in here you have two pockets. I already took one of the cards out to show you something, but I had two cards in there. That's just one of them. Isn't that cute? So yeah, so let's get started and make something. I'm going to start with that easy envelope where you can put a dozen things in it. And some of you have already made this. Let me just get I just have this on my desk. It's just laces and stuff, trims that I pull in the mornings. I pull like all my bits and pieces. Let me get all of my things off of here because this is just a plate that I have over here with papers and bits that I don't want to get confused with the ephemera I've already made. I've already made a lot. I have to be careful because this is going to get quite stuffy. And so then beside me, I have this little plate, and I have just a whole bunch of different papers and scraps, you know, and things like that in it to work with. My washi tape, I make my own washi tape, faux washi tape, and that's just some plain paper. Okay, so let me put these aside because I don't want to take up too much of your time today, and I don't want to do too long of a video. Where am I at? 16. I'd like not to go past 25. So I'm just cutting off that white edge. So you just take a double, you know, print it double-sided or print it on tea stained paper or even white paper. It doesn't matter. Copy paper, what have you. I just printed double-sided. Isn't that page gorgeous? It's like satin. It's just beautiful. Isn't that just gorgeous? She does such a beautiful job. So anyway, what I do is I line this up here because I'm going to hold my, you know, take my page like this, and then I'm going to go up. So I put it right on that line. Oops. Am I in frame? Yeah. So I just put this here. I take this page and I'm going to just go up here, and I'm going to make sure that that my two ears are meeting here and here. Does that make sense? Let me pull it down a little bit so you can see. So it's nice and even. Then I bring my finger down and just push it here, and then I go this way, and then I know it's even. Okay? So now what you're with is this. You bring it around like this. Or you can bring it around like this, however you want. I think I'll bring it around like this. I love to see this paper here. So I'm going to bring it around this way. It doesn't matter which way you go. You just are going to bring it around and tuck it in, and that's it. Then you're going to, I like to make sure that this is even down here, and then press my edges like this, and then go up like this so that it keeps its shape. Might pull this out just a tiny bit because it doesn't look real square to me, and it probably isn't. So let me just square this, make sure it's squared off right, and now it is. And now it's nice and straight. And another thing you can do, and I'll show you, it's real simple. You don't have to leave these edges on. You can literally cut these edges off and just have this as your pocket. Okay, so you can just take your cutter and cut this top off, and then you're left with this for your journal. And I'll make that into that now because I don't need another one with ears because I already have two. But I'm going to line it up. First, I'm going to glue this piece down. Where's my art glitter glue? Here it is. So take my art glitter glue and put a very thin line on the bottom so my things don't fall out. Like so. And you could mass make these with tea stain paper or anything and then just decorate them and have them for whatever journal you're planning. And then decorate them however you want. So what I'm going to do for this one, so that, because I already have 2 of these for my journal, I'm just going to take it, I'm going to put it on my cutter and make sure that I am level with that 5. No, that's not going to work. And that will work. So now I'm just going to cut across like this and cut this off. And now what I have is, I have a pocket here. I have a pocket up here. I've got a pocket there. I've got a pocket here. And I have a pocket. Let's do it this way. Just so you can see it. I have a pocket here. I have a pocket here. And then I have a pocket here. And then you could decorate your corner or just leave it alone. And then you can glue this into your journal if you want, and glue around here and have a pocket here, or even a side tuck here. Okay? So that's all you do for that one. And the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to take some tea stained paper, like so. I'm going to take my ruler. I'm going to measure 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm going to go 4.5. That's 4.5. And don't throw away this scrap. It'll come in handy for something, I'm sure. And there's 4.5. And then you're going to just fold this down. This is a different kind of over-the-page pocket that I learned from Lori Girl at the Ridge probably 3 years ago. So you've seen these in my journal before. It's going to tidy up this edge just a tad bit. Now the next thing I'm going to do is decide how I'm going to decorate it, which I already know. So it's a little bit cheating, but I'm just going to take this paper. It's just tea stained double-sided. I'm not going to use the double-sided because that comes in real handy. I'm going to instead just use a single-sided piece. I'm going to flip it over like that. And you don't have to decorate the whole thing because it's tea stained. And just tear that. And now I'm going to glue that down onto the inside. Or you could do it to the outside. It doesn't really matter. I like to just collage them up a little bit. Kind of makes it cool. And you could sew around the edges of these. That'd be so cute. So I'm just gonna put that along the top. Move it up a little bit. And just take like so. Didn't do a very, but you can trim that up, so it's not a big deal. And I'm just going to take this and tear it this way. Let me just get my scissors. Sorry for my reach. I'll trim this up. Now I just want to cover the top piece that flaps down. This is just another over the book page little flap that I'm making. And like I said, you could make these, mass make these up ahead of time and then just decorate them for whatever season or whatever reason. So how do I want to decorate this top? Let us see. Ooh, I made these cute little envelopes. So I could do something like that. I have a piece of, I have a part of a doily. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so I'm just going to put this script here. I don't like to think too much when I'm collaging because then it doesn't come out, to me it just doesn't come out nice if I spend too much time thinking about it. So I'm going to put that up there. This is printed on plain white doodle paper. You know, that you get at the Dollar Tree in the children's section. I like to print anything I'm collaging with on that because it doesn't bulk up your journal. Then I'm going to put this little doily on. This is a paper, you know, this is a doily from a kit that I had in my stash. I have a whole bunch of doilies printed, including my own, you know, ones that I've printed from kits on. I have another thing we're going to do with the doilies to strengthen them, which I can do in the video after this one. Oh no, well, it depends. I'm waiting for one item from Amazon to be able to do it so it's not so noisy. Because I was using my heat gun, but I thought if I'm going to be doing, I'm not going to go all the way down with that, just partly, like so. And then I'm just going to wipe any glue there that I have on there because I don't want to glue it shut. And then I'm just going to take this up here and I think I'm just going to cut that piece off. And then I'm going to take this envelope, take that little piece of white off, and I'm going to put the envelope here, and then I'm going to sew a little button here, but I need to sew it, and I don't have a lot of time, but I'll put a little button there and sew that on when I'm done. And then you have an over the book page flip. Very simple, right? Like this, with the little envelope on it. I could even do, let's see, I have some pumpkins in here. I think. You know, or a flower. You could do that. Put that there. And then you could, you know, do something like this. And that way this could slide in and out, like so, with the button. And I'll sew that on after. So I'm going to end this video here and come back with the next video and making some more of the ephemera I showed you, including using doily and how to create your own washi tape and coordinate with your kit, and also what to make with that, what you can make with that, how convenient that can be. Okay, so I will be back shortly. Until then, be well, be safe, and God bless. And I love y'all. I'm really trying to get to your messages. I promise I'll try very, very hard to get to all of your comments and messages. They mean the world to me. I'm kind of blown away by, I mean, my numbers are up to almost 950 subscribers. I'm over the moon. So we'll be having a huge giveaway at 1,000. So until I see you next time, again, be well, be safe, and God bless. Love y'all.